All right, how's everybody doing today? Welcome to Connections 2025. Thanks for coming. I'm really glad to see you at this session. I hope you're having a good time on the floor here on the campground. Today, we're going to be talking about personalization. And the title of this session is Drive Personalization with AI, Data Cloud, and Marketing Cloud. Welcome to Connections 2025. And for those of you who may have a little trouble hearing me, we have this cool new technology. If you want to use it, use your QR code. You can listen on your audio to the audio on your mobile device, on your headphones. What a time to be alive, right, folks? You don't even need to hear me directly. You can be out there and just hear me stream. So take advantage of that if you're having trouble with the audio. Again, I want to thank you for coming and for being part of the Salesforce Ohana family and for joining us and being part of our ecosystem. You guys could be anywhere in the world right now, and you've made the decision to spend this day with us, and we take that very seriously, and we hope to make the most of your time with us. But I just want to extend a very warm and really sincere thank you for coming. Here we go. So what's our agenda? What you can expect in these next 20 minutes, I'm going to do a welcome and introduction. I kind of just started that. Then I'm going to do a little song and dance about the role of data in AI customer experience. Like what is that? What is the role of data in customer experience? What is AI's role in it? How does it all come together? We're going to talk about Salesforce personalization and Agentforce to a little degree. But the real star of the show is, this clicker is not responding. There we go. I like that. We got a hoot for our and very, very much appreciated and deserved. I'm Paul Cardasco, by the way. I'm a product marketer here at Salesforce working on personalization. But I have the honor and privilege to be joined by Arjun Daga, who works at Edward Jones, oversees their personalization and marketing cloud efforts. Really, really innovative customer with a lot of interesting innovations and ideas, and it's just great story to tell and share with you. So really happy he's here. I was able to recruit him at the last minute, like about a week ago, and he was very cordial and agreed to come and tell his story, and we're so happy he is here. There we go. All right. What are we even talking about? Why is this session that's talking about personalization gathering so many people here today? I'm looking out, it's a pretty packed session. Thanks for coming. But why does everybody care about personalization suddenly? I've been working on personalization in one form or another for about a decade. And I would say this session would have been more of a niche session about 10 years ago. But now everyone seems to care about personalization. And why is that? Well, because your customers crave it, right? Customers are becoming more, and we're all customers ourselves, right? We are all consumers, and all of us interact with brands and companies, whether it's Netflix, whether it's your bank or your brokerage, whether it's a healthcare provider. I'm expecting a better seamless experience than I've ever had before, right? And I'm expecting you, whatever company you're in, whether it's whatever industry, to deliver that, because I know it's possible, right? And you can see the stat on the screen. 80% of customers will only buy from companies that offer tailored interactions. Now, we see that again and again in survey data, and we see that again and again in business data. Companies that aren't adopting these kind of technologies that allow this kind of one-to-one experience are going to be suffering in terms of seeing customers attrit, less conversion, less interest in your product. Even if your product is a superior product, if your experience is inferior, you're going to really feel it, right? So it's really the age of personalization, and it's come to the forefront. It's no longer a nice to have. Wouldn't it be cool if I can give a more personalized experience occasionally to some customers in some channels? Now it's really like I need to really embrace personalization everywhere. But when I sit down with customers, and this has kind of been the same, some of these things have changed, but when I sit down with customers, what I hear are some challenges they have, right? What are the challenges that are involved in driving personalization? It's very similar across the board, and everyone thinks they have unique challenges, but really what I come across is data silos. I got to bring all my data together to do this, all my customer data, and it's all over the place. And I have an old system here of Oracle database that I still use. I have some emails here that I collect, and I have some website data, but none of it's really or only some of it's really connecting with each other. And I can't really react in real time, right? Like I was talking about, if you're going to deliver that one-to-one, you got to do it in the moment. You can't do it a day later. It doesn't work. The inability to do cross-channel orchestration, and that actually pairs well with that last one, team silos. I think what you'll see is a lot of companies continue to remain in silos as organizations and as channels that they engage the customer with. So you'll have an email team or a MarTech team that's really connecting via email, and then you'll have a website team, and then an advertising team. They don't really even interact with each other, and your customer feels that on the other end because they're getting a really disconnected experience. They're seeing interactions that don't really jive with each other. I just told you over here one thing, and now I kind of have to repeat it in the other channel. Or you're sending me an email that's not at all relevant to what I'm doing now. It seems like it's something that I was involved in 3 weeks ago. So really connecting the data, connecting your teams, connecting the channels, and understanding how to implement AI, which is now another factor that's been thrown into the mix. So what we've done, and you've heard a lot about this in the keynote too, is we've created Data Cloud. Data Cloud is a product, it's really a platform, not really a product, a data platform that allows you to bring in data from all your different data sources. So you can really harmonize all that data and create those real-world, real-time experiences where you're interacting with the customer based upon what they did 5 seconds ago and what they did when you first encountered them, right? So you have a full profile of this customer that you can draw on in real time to determine what should I do on the website when this person shows up? How should I follow that up quickly with an SMS or an email? And Data Cloud is the foundation that allows all of this to happen across all of our clouds now at Salesforce. And so what we've done is built a series of services on top of Data Cloud. And the one that I'm going to talk to you mostly about today is a new one called Salesforce Personalization that allows decisioning to happen in the moment, AI-driven decisioning about what to offer a customer. Now, the cool thing about Salesforce Personalization, or one of them, is that it doesn't always have to be AI. I know a lot of customers are a little bit wary about always using AI to interact with their customers or aren't quite there yet. You can still do rules-based engagement, but you always have the option to turn on the AI as well. And also the personalization is also about not just personalizing in the moment, just to personalize, but to help you drive towards a specific goal, like maybe revenue, hitting a revenue goal, or maybe an engagement goal. So personalization isn't just personalizing just to create a better experience for the customer, but it's also about driving real results. And so the three things that are the cornerstone of Salesforce personalization, a lot of Salesforce's Data Cloud services, is we're built on the platform. So if you have Marketing Cloud, you have Commerce, you have, a lot of you are going to have CRM, right? You're going to have the core platform. You're going to have sales. You're going to have service. Bringing it all together into one 360 view of everybody, right? Of every customer. And now we're anticipating agents and AI really playing a bigger role, right? We're quickly moving towards this world where AI is going to be doing more and more of the heavy lifting, or even just maybe some of the lighter lifting too. Creating opportunities to do more productivity gains in terms of how you work and how your teams work, and also creating more one-to-one experiences for the customer, right? And so once you have all that data on on Data Cloud, and you have a service like personalization, you can start building agents and doing really cool stuff and getting ready for that next level when you're ready to progress there. And then doing stuff, as I said, cross-channel and cross-cloud. I'm running a little close to time here for my section. So I'm going to say this is a customer, Fisher & Paykel, have started one of our first customers to use Salesforce Personalization. They are a retailer of really high-end kitchen equipment, and they've seen a tremendous lift in just using the product for about 3 or 4 months now. A big jump in orders and other important metrics to their organization. We also have launched, and I'm going to go through this quick because I'm going to hand it off to Arjun, personalization decisioning, which is an agent capability that we've launched for personalization that allows an agent, so when you're chatting with an agent or one of your customers is on your website, maybe they're trying to resolve a service issue, but with decisioning now, we can pull in those recommendations that are usually on a website or being used to send an email, and use that within the context of an agent to offer a specific offer to that customer, a specific product, right? So it's turning the agent into a new personalization point. So your website might be a personalization point, your email might be a personalization point. Well, guess what? Now your agents are too. And what you saw maybe a little bit demoed in the main keynote, if you just saw it, web curation, you saw Ford. This is really going to be really, really cool stuff. And we're going to see this GA at Dreamforce. But essentially what it is not only am I chatting in real time and getting feedback back from the bot, or the agent, I should say, about what I'm interested in, but I'm seeing the website dynamically change as well. So as I'm having that chat, and you're going to see more and more websites that can do this. As I'm having a discussion and I'm indicating what I'm interested in, not only is the chat I'm having being informed by that, but the entire experience is changing before me. The website is updating to really reflect what I'm interested in. That's going to be a really big game changer. We're expecting to have that available for personalization customers at Dreamforce. But before I go any further, really want to pass it off to the star of the show, Arjun, who's going to walk us through what he's doing at Edward Jones and all the cool work he's doing there.
Thank you, Paul. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Paul and Salesforce, for having me. My name is Arjun Daga. I work for a firm called Edward Jones. For those of you who don't know us, we are a 102-year-old wealth management company firm based in St. Louis, Missouri. We have over 20,000 financial advisors spread across the US and Canada. I'm here to talk to you about our journey with Marketing Cloud. So with that is probably the most interesting picture you will see on my presentation today. That is Bluey, the love of my life. I live in Boston with my other love of my life, my husband. And I'm a product manager in digital client experience. Inside of the product management world, my world has two sides, and you'll see how they are related in a second. One part is the public website, edwardjones.com, edwardjones.canada, all the related properties on those websites, all the microsites. On the other side is what we call marketing enablement. This is where we have Data Cloud, Marketing Cloud, texting for our financial advisors, as well as social media for our financial advisors. And you'll see how these two come together because of Marketing Cloud and the way we use it. So we started our Marketing Cloud journey in around 2021, 2022. And it was because of the reasons that Steve mentioned in the main keynote earlier, siloed applications, siloed communication channels. And moving on from there, the first thing we started up was prospective client journeys. So folks who are not yet our clients, but we want to lead them and nurture them and to make them into clients. That's where we started our journey in 2023 with Marketing Cloud, Personalization, and Engage. And what we did there was to focus on the upper funnel, right? So we were looking at three main things. The first one is to increase lead capture, offline and online, then to nurture those leads in the correct format so that it would lead to number three, making those leads convert into clients. And an example of this is the way we use personalization. edwardjones.com, which was the first part of my house, it's a great website, but it's fairly generic if you land on it. Using beacons and using personalization, we started noticing who was coming in from paid media traffic or coming in as an engaged visitor and not a random search result, right? So to those people, we could start sending them messages or showing them messages on the website to match them with FAs immediately instead of telling them about how great it is to have an FA or telling them about the history of our company. So we started there, and then we moved on to forms that we still use today. There are a lot of forms on the website. You can match with an FA, you can send a message to a financial advisor, you can learn more about your priorities, stack them, rank them, all sorts of fun stuff. But if we notice that you've only done the first part of that form, we're probably going to put you on a journey, again using personalization, to bring you back to understanding why it's important to invest with Edward Jones, understanding the need to control your personal finances, and thereby putting you on sort of a drip campaign to make sure that we capture your intent, and as far as possible, get you as a lead. And then if you are a lead who's finished a form, we then put you on a drip campaign to sort of nurture you, to put you in touch with advisors, to put advisors in touch with you so that we can lead to that conversion that I was talking about. So moving on to 2024 is when we did two major integrations with Marketing Cloud. The first one was Data Cloud. We stood up Data Cloud, which we had for a long time, but we hadn't stood up then, as well as distributed marketing, right? So doing that, we moved to client-facing campaigns, folks who are actually our clients already. Now, our goal here was to deepen our relationship with them, also to increase our share of their wallet, and last but not the least, to increase the adoption of digital platforms. Edward Jones has an authenticated experience, which I guess all of your banks will have. It's called Online Access, and that's where you step in and check out your accounts, deposit a check, message your advisor, what have you. So we wanted to push that engagement up. So a couple of campaigns that we ran here is that once you're logged into that experience and we know who you are, we created content zones, and using Marketing Cloud personalization, we would then try and see if you logged in just twice a year, we'd probably show you more things you can do on that online platform to get you to keep coming back. Or if you had a certain, a certain property in your portfolio, we would talk to you about retirement strategies if you saw you fell into that Data Cloud segment that told us that we needed to talk to you about it. Or if the market or the portfolio was being impacted by certain things, if the CD rates were fluctuating, we'd start showing you that highly personalized information in order to make sure that we were delivering the best value to you on that online authenticated experience through Marketing Cloud personalization and Engage. So talking very quickly, right? What do we have next on our roadmap, 2026 and onwards? We, as a firm, aim to deepen our client relationships and serve our clients and prospects very deeply, right? So with the advent of so many new things that we're seeing, including Salesforce personalization, the next thing that we want to really invest in is looking at omni-channel experiences. Today, our experiences, even through personalization, are on the web, on online access, and through email drip campaigns. We want to start exploring personalization of our app, push notifications, SMS, and so on and so forth, right? And maybe even start thinking about how to harness agentic marketing actions at some point inside here. So with that, that's the end of the main part of my presentation, but I'm going to leave you with three things that I've sort of learned along this very long journey. The first one is start small and start with a use case, right? When we started in 2023, I specifically mentioned we started only with prospects. We had one use case that we wanted to increase our upper funnel traffic and conversions, and we had our business buy-in there. We didn't go after clients at that time. We didn't use multiple other technologies. We were laser focused on what we wanted to do. And doing that helped us really focus our energy on those prospects. And then we moved on to clients and did the same thing. And next up, we'll continue to deliver these journeys to clients as and when they want them on whichever channel they want them. So that's sort of the next focus. The second thing I'll tell you is use Trailhead. We were so lucky to have great customer success managers as well as a great signature success team. So we continued using them, leveraging them, and that really helped us move ahead in our journey. The third thing is actually a fun thing that our entire team did. When I say my entire team, I mean sponsors, our business stakeholders, product, technology, even legal and compliance to a certain extent. We did a near 6-month Trailhead challenge where all of us would compete on the Trailhead for badges and for certifications at the very beginning. What did this do for us? It got us a lot of sponsorship, and it told our business counterparts what are the capabilities they can actually start exploring right now, back in 2021-22. And that continues to be a cornerstone of learning for us, where we have a lot of buy-in from management, our stakeholders, a lot of them are here in the room, as well as our product and technology teams are super aligned with what we want to do next. Just a quick shout out to Deloitte, our implementation partners. But that's the end of my part of the presentation. Paul and I are available for questions and autographs after this. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Arjun. Really appreciate it. Just some housekeeping before we close out. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Thanks again. Really do appreciate you guys. Coffee's on us, though. If you give us a quick piece of feedback, feedback's a gift, as they say. So please let us know what you thought today. Oops, sorry. People are still doing it. I have a few QR codes. That's the first one. Second one. That's it, actually. Yep. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Don't miss the Marketing Cloud keynote tomorrow, too. That's going to be a really good one. Thanks for coming out, guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.